Okay, today we are going to be simplifying some radicals. So it will start out easy with radical 49. Now, the basic way that you simplify radical is you look for pairs inside the radical. For example, radical 49 breaks down into 7 times 7. So I have a pair of 7s to take out. So I have a pair. One of them goes on the outside, and I'm left with radical 1 on the inside, which simplifies just to 7. Let's move on to something a little more complex. Radical 12. Radical 12, you always look for perfect squares that break down into the number you're trying to simplify. So a good way to do this when you have a lot of radicals to simplify is to write out your perfect squares on the side like this. And so on. But for now, I'm looking at it and I see that a 4 goes into 12 and it goes into 12 3 times. Now, further breaking down, 4 is 2 2s times 3. So again, I have another pair. So one of my pair goes on the outside of my radical, and I'm left with radical 3 on the inside. Okay, let's move on to variables. Again, the same principle applies. 2 is as prime as it will ever be, but x has an x times an x. We have 2 pairs of x's, or 1 pair of x's, and it goes on the outside of your radical, and you have a 2 on the inside. And finally, this is about as complex as you will have in algebra. 63x cubed y to the 4th. Okay, let's start with our 63 first. Well, I know that 9 and 7 go into 63. 9 is a perfect square. 9 is 3 times 3. And then to make 63, we have to multiply by 7. And we'll leave our variables for now. We have our pair of 3s. So now 1 goes on the outside. We're left with 7x cubed y to the 4th. Well, I know that x cubed has at least 1 pair. So we can rewrite this as 7x times x times x. We can also rewrite our y's now also. So now we see that we have a pair of x's here, a pair of y's here, and another pair of y's here. So we have 3 pairs in all. Well, we can take one of our x pair out. So now we have 3x. We have 1 y pair, so there's another y. We have another y pair times another y. And left on the inside, all we have left is a 7 and an x. Now, we're almost done. We have to simplify the outside of our radical. So 3x stays the same, but y times y is y squared. We're left with 7x, and that's your final answer.